Good morning, everyone. I am so excited to bring you my first haul video. Now, I went shopping in an incredible, crazy, tiny market in Egypt. It's up in Zamalek. It's very small comparatively, and it's crazy pants. Let me show you what I got. So I'm gonna preface this by saying that I spent about a little less than 600 Egyptian pounds. For anyone interested, about 600 Egyptian pounds is about $33. 600 pounds exactly, $33. And I spent a little bit less. That doesn't include the cab rides there and back. Those were about 100 pounds each. So overall, my whole day was about 800 pounds, which sounds like a lot, but really it was only like 35 to 40, maybe $45. So nuts. So I'm gonna take you blow by blow through my day, all right? First, we went to a bunch of different fabric stores and eventually found one that I absolutely fell in love with. All of the fabric there was 50 pounds a yard. 50 pounds, about $3. So first purchase of the day is this. Now you can see that some of the beads are missing on this first chunk, but they're all perfect on this chunk. Now, because it is so cheap, the gentleman who was working the store said they can't give further discounts, which I totally understand. When you buy beaded fabric in other places, if it's 90 American dollars a yard or even like 40 American dollars a yard, you can talk people down. This is already $3 a yard. I could care less. Beads also just do have a tendency to fall off, so I can't really fault them for that, especially with the mass amount of transit. They also only had 2 meters left. This may even be about 1.5 meters. So I'm really not worried about it. I'm gonna use it for accent stuff, but obviously if I needed 8 yards of it, none of it would have flaws in it. Our second fabric that we found that day is this beautiful number. Obviously you can see a theme. So as you can see, it is some, maybe you can't on this, but the sheer fabric has a really subtle pattern of, I think it's daylilies on it, and then these beautiful vagina amoebas all over, and they're done in just a really standard rainbow embroidery floss, and then some pretty generic sequins. What I loved about it though was this bottom edge, which is lovely. I love, especially for my shea gowns, I love fabrics that are already finished on both ends with something really fancy. And it's why I am drawn to curtain materials and materials like this, because they're already finished. The gowns that I make are pretty much one size fits all, unless you're not super, super tall or super, super short. Obviously you can make custom adjustments, you know, that's not a big deal, but it really does cut down on the sewing time for me, and it does add a little bit of something extra. Having that already on the fabric changes the way the fabric moves. If you added that trim on afterwards, the fabric wouldn't move quite the same. It wouldn't be bad by any means, but it just wouldn't quite be the same. There are a ton of loose beads all over my floor right now. So once I'm done with this video, I will gather them all up, and that will make my life easier when I actually cut that fabric and use it. I can save these beads, use them to fix up the fabric a little bit. Okay, so after we went fabric shopping to the first place, my friends took me to, I don't know what to call it, garbage bag heaven. If you've ever gone shopping at a thrift store, you understand that sort of nothing there is the same. You're never gonna find something in a different size. If you find it and if it fits, great. Now, the difficult thing about this market is you're never quite sure if things are secondhand or if they are just things that never sold in a store, like things that were in a practical, real adult human being store, then got moved down to a Marshall's or a Ross or a Burlington, didn't sell there, and eventually made their way over here to a market and like bought in bulk. You have no idea. Some stuff has tags, some stuff doesn't. Some of the tags are so worn that you can't tell, but they may have just been secondhand pieces that were taken care of really well, because nothing is like damaged. You know, I'm sure eventually if you go through, you will find things that are damaged, but the sellers take great pride in providing you with really excellent quality stuff. So the second place that we went to was contractor bags full of bras. Now, a lot of these shops are, you know, storefronts, salon shops. This place was literally a wooden stall with curtains because they're selling women's lingerie. Ooh, it's a little taboo. And if you didn't know that it was there, you would miss it. You have to sort of know the guy, you have to like say hello to him, and then he has to like take you back. So, I got 5 bras. Ooh. Right, so fancy. So fancy. So fancy. Now this one I was really interested in purchasing because I am going to use it as the base for one of the dresses that I end up working on. It's going to be excellent to attach to and let the fabric go where it needs to go. A lot of my shade dresses have been super flowy, so what I'm going to do is cut all the extraneous stuff off of this and use it as a way to sort of keep the dress up. So I'm really excited to experiment with that. So then we have this guy, and this is just stunning. And this is a La Perla bra. La Perla bras, if you don't know what they are wicked expensive. When Miss Teal and I were shopping for some lingerie for her, we found beautiful La Perla stuff at the Century 21, and it was still like $80 for a pair of panties and $150 for a bra. So, if you can see the tag and just this little tiny area, you know, from where it was, it looks like, it doesn't look like it's been worn, but it looks like it's been rubbed or, you know, something. Like it just sort of looks a little dirty, like from transit. So I'm gonna take all of these things, obviously, and wash them before I wear them. So we're gonna see what happens with that. It's like, it's not dirt, it's just like stuff from transit. Like none of the elastics feel messed up, nothing feels like it's been worn before. It just feels like it's been in a secondhand store or in a Marshall's or a Ross or something for a really long time, and you know, it just never aired. And then one more, I love this with this little ruffle, and I'm super excited. I'm gonna take this one to pieces, pull it apart really carefully, and use it to make a pattern, because this is absolutely adorable. And I really want to see if I can make this with some of this beautiful fabric that I have. And I ended up finding this, which I absolutely love. I love baby doll dresses. I know it doesn't seem like I do, but I love it. Super cute. It's got these really nice little things on it. We went to a couple of stalls. I ended up getting this beautiful tank top. It's an H&M for 15 pounds. That's a little less than $1. I love it to death. It's my favorite color. Obviously, do you see the theme here with the fabric and the tank top? A weird thing about the market is that all the prices are so disparate, because obviously, again, you're haggling with people. So you have to sort of look around and check it out, but it's also like those bras, even for 175 pounds, you know, it's less than 20 bucks. So if you can spend it, that's nice. If you're really going for some really super serious discounts, you can argue, but I caution you, you need to know Arabic. So I say that because I was looking at these pants. They're just t-shirt material sweatpants, and I love them. You know, with some nice little t-shirt material bottoms. At a couple of different stands all over. I was looking at a couple of different brands, a couple of different varieties. I just hadn't found the ones that I liked. There's a lot of cotton ones with elephant type things and designs, and I'm just not really into them. I kept seeing these and I really liked them. However, every time I asked, they were always like about 175 pounds each. So I was getting a little bit disappointed because I just didn't want to pay that much. I got 5 bras for 175 pounds. I just didn't want to pay that much. So eventually, almost on our way out, we found these. They were $85 a pair, so I ended up getting 2 pairs. So I still ended up spending, you know, almost another 200 pounds, but 2 pair is way cheaper. Super. Let's see what else. Okay. And then this was the pièce de résistance of the day. We went to a wonderful retailer, and my friends who are actually like real life friends with him, not just fabric shopping friends, but like going out to parties friends. So I found this beautiful copper to go under the beaded fabric, and he asked, you know, I was like, and how much is it? And he was like, how much do you need? Right? Sort of, you know what you do, it's sort of how much do you need? Well, how much do you want? Well, how much is it? You know, you kind of go back and forth. And I was like, 4 yards, or 4 meters. I figured if this beautiful beaded stuff was about 50 pounds a meter, even if this was 50 pounds a meter, that would be fine. Assuming that it would be more like 20 pounds or 30 pounds a meter, right? So that's like $1, $2 a meter. So he took it downstairs and I whipped out some money and I was like, so what will the total be? And he was like, acting like he was thinking while he put it in a bag, and was just like, you know what, no charge, just so this way you remember me and you come back. You know, my friends say that you're a costume person, you're gonna make a lot of costumes, so, you know, I know you don't have a job right now, but once you sell this stuff, you know, you can come back and you'll get a lot of fabric, and, you know, then I'll gouge you. So it was absolutely incredible. Egyptian people are so hospitable and so wonderful. And of course I gave him a hug, and that was great. But it was incredible. It was just an incredible day. I can't wait to go back. So I am going to start sewing on all this stuff. I'm very excited, and I can't wait to show you guys what I make out of this. It's going to be a wonderful next 2 weeks. And now I finally have things that I can put up on my Patreon to show how to begin to construct a garment. I'm very excited. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. Mwah!